on this. Okay, great. Okay. And what's really interesting is I also pulled the sacral chakra card and the soul star chakra card. So there's 3 chakra cards that I received, and I feel that each one of them is about a different aspect of your life in Lemuria. And it has to do with your healing abilities and your creativity and your like really high prone ability to manifest. Like, and like, I don't know if that like it's like you don't feel like you have that, but it's there. And it's just like it's like coming in. Like this is what wants to come through. It's kind of like you didn't know, you didn't know, but there's this aspect of you that's like she could bring things into creation like just with her thoughts. And like things happen a lot slower in this realm.
Yes. But they are speeding up.
They are speeding up. And so what I'm seeing here is the visualization of like rings of power. And like you're a very highly influential priestess that was very much connected with the sun. And I'm getting that you taught others how to manifest a lot faster than other people were able to. And once you lock in and you see things like coming in faster for you, you're also going to have like these ideas even more flooding in on how you can apply that for your clients. It's like gonna like you think you're downloading a lot now.
Well, Deb did say one thing. She said to me when my guides came in, she said, funny, she said, most people get assigned a guide, but you are almost like a hierarchy, like you've been and seeded so many planets that she said, you chose your guide. Most people don't get to choose. You chose the person. So she said, it's like you're of higher status.
Yeah, you definitely, yeah.
Sorry.
And then there's this crown. No, you're fine. And then it's almost like there's this crowning, this initiation happening right now, where if you can imagine this, like she's putting this crown on you, and then it's like going to shield more your aura, so that this is really interesting because it's more like one me to kind of tell you more of like what's coming ahead, rather so much telling you about your other lifetimes. It's more about like what do you need to know that's coming through, rather than like the nitty-gritties of like what happened in these lives.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's more important for you than hearing about like what you did so much. It's more like how it's going to help you now. Okay, I'm glad. Do you go to Mount Shasta ever?
No, but I have my very good friend who went to Mount Shasta. She's the one who originally did the channel that told me what light being I was.
Yeah, because I feel like there's this drawing to bring you to connect with the ley lines and to like connecting with Mount Shasta. Like even if you were to just go there,
where is that?
Trips, Mount Shasta.
Yeah, where is it?
It's in like California, Colorado. Like I think
Okay.
part of it's in California, and part of it's like in another state. I can't remember. Like, but it's where you would go to Talos and you would connect with the inner earth beings and you would go and do a ceremony that would connect you more with the Lemurians and more with the crystals that are going to work with you more in what you do. It's like there's like this new crystals that are coming, that are going to come into your awareness somehow when you go to Mount Shasta. Like there's this connection with like you did grid work, working with the crystals, working with the ley lines, and I'm getting that you taught, like you were like one of the key holders of the whole like priesthood, like major key holder. And then so in that sense, you were able to seed a lot of the crystals that people are finding now.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's wild. In the light language, the light codes, it's more like, have you been kind of sensing that like a new modality forming from all the things that you've been doing already? Like your own modality is like, it's like something wanting to come through that like kind of glues everything you've been doing into something that's like, how do I say this? It's like you have all these things that you're already doing, and then like the new activations are like elevating the frequency and the potency of what you're doing.
Okay. Well, I know in the last couple of days, I've had a lot of ear ringing. So this side and like intense, where I'm like, you have that little bit and then you're kind of like, oh, okay. But this was intense. I was driving and I was like, okay. And then I was walking with the dog and then it was this side and like completely high pitched, so high pitched.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was just like, okay. And because I'm very clairaudient, right? So I just wanted to share that.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you did, because I feel like I get that too. It's like, it's really intense, and I'm just gonna tune back in. Okay, I'm getting that you have like new soul family coming into your life that I don't know why. Oh,
That
it's
would
gonna
explain,
make a lot of sense. It's
but
gonna
that
make,
would explain a lot with you and Lily and new people, even Daisy, like completely new people that 5 years ago I didn't even know. 3 years
yeah,
ago I didn't even know.
it's really, really wild. It's like, and everybody is going to have a certain reason as far as why they're coming into your life. And then like all of a sudden it's like, like, oh, that makes sense. And there's like all these overlapping. What I'm getting from this one is that you're all part of like one monadic family, and your other like reasons for being here is like getting like becoming more and more clear. It's almost like new, like there's this, you're like this commander over here, and then the commander over here is like, okay, well, you've been doing all these things and it's great, however, we got to give you a promotion, we got to give you like another level, another mission, because the needs of the people are like increasing. The amount of energy that needs to be transmuted is like more. So it's like you're being I guess the word is gifted with like these new frequencies coming in through your soul star chakra down into your crown chakra and then down and then taking root in your sacral.
Which is where all the creativity starts, right?
Exactly. But I feel with this, there's that like serpent energy and the wings, and there's like more Isis. I feel there's the Egyptian connection here as well. Okay. And I'm sensing something in my throat. Okay, then okay. Are you singing? Are you singing at all?
No.
Okay. There's an invitation to sing.
Sing what?
Sing, like sing your light language, sing your soul song. And okay. This is where I need to sing. Okay. Thank you. I need to do this to transmit this.
Okay.
Like I said, this session is completely different than any session. It's like tailored to you. Okay. Have you ever had an interest in singing and maybe like you don't sing because you don't think you have a good voice, or do you not sing because you don't feel like you want to sing?
Okay. So I used to, one second, I'm putting my earphones in because my kids are home.
Oh,
I used to sing when I was a kid in a
okay.
choir. And I remember one of my choir teachers said, in Canada, not in New Zealand. In New Zealand, I was in a choir, but she said, "Oh, no, your voice is not up to where it needs to be," kind of thing. And you don't make the cut. Basically, I don't remember the exact words. So, of course, I never made the cut. So, of course, that was the end of my singing career.
All right. Well, okay,
Anyway,
that's why that makes sense, because there's like there's a lot of people that don't, like that. It's like the singing brought you joy.
I used to sing to my kids.
Yeah.
So I'd put my baby to bed, especially my son, and I would sing Silent Night to him.
Oh,
And then for my daughter, I used to sing, oh, what's the one with the sun? Not You Are My Sunshine, but You Are My Sunshine, my only sun. No, not that one. I can't remember, but I used to sing a different one for my daughter. So, and I still, I mean, Silent Night's not easy to sing. So,
yeah.
so I used to.
Well, yeah. No, it's just there's just something that's coming through about you singing and to sing again. That's
But
what you do.
sing to myself.
Yeah,
I don't
sing
know.
to yourself. But
Okay.
that might come later. So just
I mean, okay. So when I do Blue Avian, and I've done it for you, it's that like that comes through. It's very, very, very strong, right? And there's a lot of it for me. Today, I think today or yesterday, I was walking again through the woods with the dogs, and so Lyran came through, fairy, gnome, and blue avian.
I love it. Akoyana puya la puya shipuria pa yasapuria asapuria ala pa apuya pia pia pa pia sapuria pa sapuria pa sapaya pa pia pia puya sapuria pa sapuria. I haven't spoken blue avian in a really, really long time too. It's funny. But yeah, there's something like oya sayana oya shoyana ya oya la yana oya sayana oya sayana, or like I don't have the best voice, okay? Like
Mm-hmm.
for like singing like a pop star, but I have to sing
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the light language. but because it somehow it like raises my vibration like a lot higher than actually speaking it. It like it like magnifies it. So like I said, you can leave, you cannot sing again, but I'm getting the guide that you may find yourself wanting to sing again.
Okay.
Okay. And why? Oh, there's a connection with Hathor.
Who's that?
Hathor is Egyptian priestess. She I think it's the planet of Sirius, and then she was the one that then trained Isis, and Hathor she of the thousand voices, and then she had her following known as the Hathors, and they would sing. And she was also a mother, like the ultimate mother. And she had very much that divine mother archetype, and very much a creatrix. And she was in the Egyptian time. And, where like there was Isis and so that she comes in right now. What is the thread? The healing aspect of the singing. It's like you have it in your DNA.
That's why I'm clairaudient. As opposed, well, not that I am. Oh, hold on. That is because that's my strongest.
That's one of your
gift.
strongest.
Yes.
Yeah. And also your third eye, your sight, I think, is becoming even stronger, like where they might even be like equal, the sight and the hearing.
So in my mind's eye, I can see things. I can't see, like I know people who in broad daylight can open and they can see like visions in front of them. I cannot. I see it in my mind's eye, some stuff.
I know what you mean.
Like last night I saw your granny, I could see her with her short hair, salt, kind of brown salt and pepper, and a little bit not but just really soft energy. But like I couldn't tell you the details, but just soft.
Yeah, do you have any questions? Because I can go if you have any questions.
No, I'm just listening because
Okay.
I'm interested. Now, well, I have one. Do you
Okay.
Do you can you feel or see my main guide?
Okay.
I know who she is.
You know who she is.
But I'm just curious if what's coming through for you.
I was seeing she's like feminine, and I feel like she's got like this like interesting like headpiece hat thing. It's almost like she like blue. She had like a blue tint to her. And she's got like an interesting like headpiece thing is what I'm seeing.
Do you see any markings on her face?
It's like almost like lines.
Okay. I'm just curious what you're seeing. That's all.
Oh, yeah, they're like interesting lines on her face.
So from what I can remember, she was like here and here, the lines. Yeah. And we are both blue avian, right? So
yeah. And you know what's so interesting one of my main higher self aspects is blue avian.
Mm.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. They're like sisters.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. So this is really interesting. Oh my gosh. So this is an interesting connecting point. They're guided to tell you how I have 12 lives as blue avian.
You.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm only telling you this because there's like a reason. What is it? Oh, because they're trying to tell me that you and I are sisters in other lifetimes.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't that she was my sister, or she was. It was you.
She is, but
Yes,
but I'm also getting that in multiple lifetimes, you and I are sisters.
that makes sense. Why we very much connect,
Yeah.
right? Pretty much
Yeah.
right off the get-go.
Yep.
Yes.
And it's okay, so now I'm getting this vision of us together as blue avians, as travelers in a ship
Mm.
going somewhere. Okay. So I'm actually also getting that you have 13 lifetimes as a blue avian.
13.
This
God.
I know, but it's 13. Is that correct? Okay. I'm body checking myself because yeah. So 13, and some of them you were most of them you were like a traveler, on a ship.
Mhm.
Oh, and you were like the spiritual guidance. You were like you you gave like this spiritual, you were like the
The guidance counselor on the ship.
in a way, yeah, you were like, you were like the shaman, the priestess, the everything spiritual, like you were like the head of, you were like
Mhm.
the top person. And so the reason why this reading is a lot more focused on your future, less on your parallel lives. It's more about wanting you to know about your alignment with what I'm seeing like this full on alignment coming into play. Everything comes into alignment. Oh, in in your like time when you go away in this trip,
I know. Yeah.
there's a lot coming in.
Yes. That's what, remember I told you, Sadna said that. She said something's going to shift when we go to Guatemala because we are planning to go to the Mayan ruins at some point. So we didn't get to go the first time.
There's something really potent happening, and
Yeah.
it's like DNA
Yeah.
recalibration is what I'm also getting from this one, the unlimited self. And so there's a lot, and then this one is the merging with the divine.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm gonna have to
almost like all of these different aspects of you are like coming online for your awareness in this expansion.
Mhm.
And that's why I was also earlier starting to talk about, like, you have these different modalities that you work with, and somehow something's dropping in
Mhm.
that's going to like light a fuse that's gonna be like, oh, I have like something new is gonna like click in that brings it, like magnifies it. They're not giving me the full, but anyway.
Well,
So
they don't always tell you. One second, I have to grab my charger because my battery is dying. And
oh,
so
I love
my,
your pajamas, by the way.
huh?
I love your pajamas, by the way. So this is they're giving me like they're doing this right now. This is so funny.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like, what is that supposed to mean?
You're doing a great job.
Oh, I'm doing a great job. Well,
Yeah.
gosh. Okay, that's wonderful. Could we make it so that it becomes a little bit more monetarily profitable?
And that is where the manifestation card comes in. It's like as things come into alignment with all of these ideas and thought forms and things that you're planning on doing, it's like this shift is gonna like kind of bring you into that like that overcoming whatever like I'm gonna do a clearing right now over like anything that is like blocking any of that from coming through. I'm gonna do a little clearing.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. And we're gonna bring in some abundance codes. Okay. All right. So that's that. Okay. Sonorina Hoshiana, Usondoshiana, Koshaniala, Otokoniala, Otokoria Saina, Korea Sakarino, Korea Sakara. So Unikoria Sa Ototisiala, Ototisiana, Karea, Dokoshiana, Oanaka. Zala Otoshiana, Ataila, Otonoyana, Kayana. Sotora ya to saya le o to ya sayena. So ya na ya so ya na ya na. So ne alo kushia kure se kure ado eso. Hey, how you doing there?
I'm good.
Okay. So that was like, that's good. Tiana Kare. Did you feel that in your head?
No. I just was I like when you were making that one sound that really like the sound kind of vibrated my head, if that makes sense. The one sound, the whatever you were making, that sound really vibrated my head. So
All right. That's one of my core sounds that seems to do something. Okay, so now I'm bringing in those abundance codes and that upgrade for your manifestation aspect, bringing in those codes, activating the codes that are already within you, that already have the ability to do all these things. They were just lying a little bit dormant. я не хочу. Puxa, la questo chiamo.
You're laughing. Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing because I know how funny it is when I hear it.
No, it's fine. I'm not, yeah, no, I'm good. I got very accustomed to all of it now. So
Well, I sometimes laugh when I do it because it's like it's just part of
can,
it.
can I ask you to hold on just 1 second? Is
Yeah,
that okay?
yeah.
Just 1 second. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Okay.
I just really had to go to the washroom. My bladder was killing me.
Oh.
I was like, I gotta go pee or I'm gonna explode. You'll see my eyes floating.
Oh, it's all good. So I just went to pull a card for my Myths and Mermaids deck while you were in there. And I
Well, I was in the washroom flushing the water.
isn't that funny?
That is.
And that's just so funny. Like I just got these green,
Mermaids.
yeah. They're like, oh, I don't always use this card, but number 9.
Okay.
Beginnings and endings. And I know this is a there's the mermaid aspect. Are you gonna be around water when you're down in Guatemala?
Yeah.
I feel like when you go, call in the mermaids, they'll have a message for you.
Okay.
What does it want to say on this one? I'm gonna read from the book on this one because I don't use this one as often. But it was calling to have a card pulled. There was 2, and the other one was shipwreck siren. But I went right to this.
Okay.
This is so cute. Okay. What is it trying to tell me? There's no need to. Are you feeling isolated lately?
What do you mean by isolated? Like
Not being around people that you feel like you
connect?
yeah.
Yeah, a little bit because I feel like sometimes I can talk to people, but then sometimes I can't. So I feel very kind of like a little bit alone. Like I feel sometimes like I have so much knowledge that I don't know who to share it with because it's like I don't want people thinking I'm off my rocker, right?
Oh
You
yeah.
know, and sometimes I just don't have anybody to talk with because my friends, one, she's very good. She gets some of it, but not all of it. The other one doesn't understand. She understands it, but she doesn't get it. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really, it's a bizarre bizarre thing. So
No, I
maybe,
totally hear you. Because this card is about that. Interesting. It
yes.
says, away from the pack, apart from the crowd, strong and sound and honor bound, independent and proud. Just don't forget your sisters waiting in the wings. Strong they bear support and care. They're here, they're there, they're everywhere. Separation strains, but cannot break such strings.
Hmm.
So, this is about you have your sisters by your side. Like it's they're 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 making themselves known. Not
Well,
a
that will probably, you know, because I mean, if you think about it, like the conversation I had with Lily the other day was, it's very interesting how you wanted to reach out, I wanted to reach out, but we finally connected. But it's like our souls know each other and kept pushing us to connect, right? So I said, it's interesting how that is, because I would have never known who you were,
Yeah.
right? And you too.
I know. If it wasn't for, oh my God, why can't I say her name?
Lachelle.
Yeah, Lachelle. And I met her because she was in a thing. What's the thing which just on the audio?
Clubhouse.
Yes. I met her in Clubhouse
Yeah.
on a
So
random time that I just happened to be listening to that specific person who I don't normally listen to. I jumped on that day and we connected. Ba 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 ba. So it's like, yeah, your sisters are around, and also the mermaid connection. It's like there's that whole lifetime of you being a mermaid and being like, having your sisters, but also going out on your own. So it's like you're the leader of the pack. So there's always like, you're kind of always in a way ahead of many people.
mhm.
And and then patiently waiting for them to get to the place where you can like teach them things or share them things, but like you are inherently, I could say the word blueprinted to be ahead of most.
Yeah, that explains a lot, because even as a child, I always like knew stuff. Like I just knew stuff. I just felt like stuff, this wasn't right. I wasn't going to do this. You know, just I always kind of knew. So,
And the ocean is calling you. And I feel
well,
like here,
we'll see
yeah.
what happens when I'm down in Guatemala and El Salvador.
I know, I'm very curious. And oh, what does it say? Oh, okay, so apparently according to this card, and this may or may not apply. Oh, interesting. You've been doing well for yourself, but not everyone else has been so lucky. Someone near and dear to you is going through a rough time and could really use some support. Reach out to her and let her know she does not have to struggle alone.
That might be my friend Sadna, who I'm going with on the trip. She is struggling.
Interesting.
She's very strong in the material world, in a sense, the corporate of understanding how to run, you know, real estate, and she's good. But in the spiritual realm, she's still very new and doesn't understand. Like I gave her shit the other day for saying, I'm just dead. And I was like, stop saying that. Just stop saying that. I go, because all you're doing is just creating that same circle of unhappiness. You have to say something to the effect of, all right, times are challenging, but I'm going to flow through it with ease and come out on the other side. Because if you don't start to change that story, it just becomes your reality. And like everything, her house was, one of her houses caught on fire, another one, the pipes froze.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, and then she fell
Something,
and fractured her finger. So yeah, she's been going through a lot.
yeah, that makes
So, but I
sense.
keep telling her, you know, so maybe that for both of us, this is time in Guatemala to really connect and really ground her down, to say to her, like, this is how you need to really manifest what you want. Because she is beautiful and powerful in so many ways. It's just, I think she gets caught in the ego mind.
Yeah. Yep.
Which is a fear and flight thing, right? So,
Right. Yeah, the fight
so
or
I don't
flight.
know, maybe that's what it is, because that's really the only person that right now is who's going through a lot. So,
This is really weird based on
mm,
what you're telling me. Like the cards just don't like I just pull the cards. This is what happened.
okay.
This is shipwreck siren.
Okay.
Um, sing to me. Remember I was saying singing?
Yes.
Sing to me, siren of those lustfully depraved, of gluttony, excitement, and vanity displayed. Sing to me, siren of excess and greed, of slothing, indulgence, and heady mead. Sing to me, siren of debauchery and fame, of riches and shiny things. I'll stand fast yet again. Um, so what is this card about? This is interesting.
Yeah, please tell me, because I'm a little lost.
I know. I'm like, oh,
Okay, tell me. Come on, spit it out,
get it
Dina.
out. It says soon your willpower will be tested and you will have to employ great discipline to make it through the rough seas ahead. So, oh, this is, but I feel like this is like something that you already went through, but this is talking about your strength. And if there's something that you're trying to do, it's almost like it's employing you to have like a really strong discipline. Maybe there's something that you're trying to build, something you're trying to manifest, but like, or like, but it's calling for a lot of discipline. That's what this card is.
Maybe. I mean, I know I have a few things, so that could be that. Yeah, could be that.
Oh, if you maintain discipline, focus, and dedication to your goals and ideas, you will sail through the tough times with your head held high, and you will be a stronger, healthier person because of it.
Okay.
Add more flexibility to your life. Oh, that's an antithesis. It's not, it was an upside down. So yeah, so this is, I feel like, you know how you want to manifest like more abundance financially. I
Mhm.
feel like this is about like coming up with a plan and like having some, you know, some real strong like goals in place and sticking to them and not, you know, not betraying yourself. You know how sometimes people set a goal and they
Mhm.
like, oh, you know, I'll just cheat right now
Mhm.
and I'll do this one thing. Like maybe it has to do with conscious spending and like putting aside like every week money in a certain account for something. But yeah, that was that last card and what that has to do with. Okay. So I have like the claircognizance is like my strongest, and what I'm getting is that you've had all the lifetimes of being very wealthy. And this is like one of those lifetimes where like it's just like you have to like more work for you.
Yeah, yeah.
It's more work for you
Yeah.
than other lifetimes. So, however, because you're in this lifetime where you're bringing heaven on earth, and you know that your heaven is within you, you can, now that you know that you have this like this aspect of you, this high priestess, highly manifesting priestess that is
Mhm.
part of you. You can call upon her. Well, are you
Okay.
getting emotional now?
No, my eyes are just watering. I don't know why.
No.
I'm okay.
No.
Um,
Are
no,
they
no,
making you
that
cry?
makes sense, because I have felt like I was at one time in many different, like, very very wealthy, very, had all those things. And in this lifetime, I've had a lot of contracts with a lot of people, like a lot of people. So I know, because a lot of people have come into my life, a lot of people have left, like lots. So
Mm.
I know that those contracts were things I agreed to deal with in this lifetime. So
Yeah, it's just weaving. There's a lot of like weaving
hmm
and pulling in like all of your resourcefulness and connecting like in meditation with these other parts of yourself that can give you that like that inner wisdom that's already within you, that you don't have to necessarily go to someone else. You already have this innate wisdom within you.
yes, I will have to agree with you on what you're saying. I do. A lot of times I already know the answers before they show up. But sometimes it's me second guessing myself. But I
Well,
am getting better at it,
yeah.
not second guessing, just going within and then the answers come. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's basically like the overall like arch of this is
So what I understand is the connection with this Lemurian. This is a Lemurian high priestess is a part of me, or yes, okay,
yeah.
and connecting and having that open is like a fragment of my soul, right?
Yeah.
And opening up more to all the gifts, and that going to Guatemala is sort of a portal, I suppose, a place for me to kind of really open up and get okay. And that's what even my friend Sadhna has said, because when I asked her, I said, I really hope things will sort out with what I'm doing, because I'm got so many different things, but I'm not sure where to go. She said she could feel, because she's clairsentient, and she said, I feel like Guatemala, the answers will be in Guatemala.
Yeah. And it's like a hard like yes, and like this, I strongly get this image of you standing by the ocean, by the water, and just like being like in this high presence, like it's like this maybe this ceremony you might do, but it's going to be highly potent. It's going to be a very transformational
Trip.
and it's no accident that
No.
you did this today. Like
Well,
I mean,
I also know I was pushing to go back there. There was just like this innate pulling. I had to go back. I had to go back. Right.
yeah, there's a lot, and they're mermaids. Like I keep getting like there's this mermaid energy that's gonna be there.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens.
We'll see, I mean, like this is, not that I'm doubting myself, but like, it's sometimes like I see things, but like they can be like way further out than,
Mhm.
but there is like a storyline with the mermaids that feels very like they're your sisters, like they're like a lot of the human friends that you
Mhm.
have mermaid life, like a mermaid connection,
Interesting.
and that like connecting in with that water and that flow, and like just following that path of connecting with water and speaking to the water. I don't know if you speak to your water. I don't know if you bless your water. Do you do that at all?
Um, Sometimes I do. I mean, I do drink my water out of a copper thing.
Ooh.
Yeah, because it does change. It does change the miraculous. What's it? Molecular. When you pour
Ooh.
copper, when you pour water into copper, that's why back in the biblical times in Egypt and Ethiopia, everything was drunk out of copper.
I want to get one of those.
Yeah, you could. I could send you the link, and they're only like $30.
Oh, really? I need a new bottle of water.
And
And
it's copper. It's actually, why do you think copper was used on all of the churches? Because
yeah, copper is
it
healing. It's a
it
conductor.
it it can, it's a conductor, right?
Yeah.
So people who put copper wires in their gardens have like abundant vegetables that grow. So I have filtered water, but then I put it into there. You have copper, yeah. So then I put it inside my water in there, and it tastes really good. It's clean, right?
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that. Well, that's
So
really
I
nice.
don't know. I mean, I love water. I mean, I'm always like, I love water. Like wherever I've lived, I've always had to be near water. So
I mean, there might be a lot more information to like gather with these aspects of your lifetimes, but like that was what was coming through today. And um I feel that the water connection is really big for you. Is it going to be really big for you?
okay. Well, I'll have to see how this trip goes, and I'll definitely let you know.
Yeah, let me
Like
know. I
tomorrow.
I haven't given an Akashic reading and like my readings are more of like a blend, as you see. I don't even think I should call it an Akashic reading. I call it more like an Akashic experience.
Mm-hmm.
But
No, thank you. It was very nice. And please send me the recording so I can listen to it again
oh
and again.
yeah.
Because, sometimes you forget what was being said to you, right?
Oh yeah, I totally get it. And I'm so like, by the way, I'm feeling so good. And like earlier let me close the records. Hold on, let me close the records before I forget.
Okay.
Um, I love doing this, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favorite things. Let's see, I just gotta find my closing thing. There's it. Oh, here we go. Okay. Thank you to all the ascended master guides, loved ones, and higher selves that have shown us the truth, information, frequency, healing, and activations. Thank you for showing me the way to communicate and share in a way that's the highest good of all. Thank you, thank you, thank you to lords and ascended masters, and records now closed. Amen. So it is, so it is, so it is. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you.
Huh?
I said, thank you.
You're welcome. And I guess I'll let you go so you can go to bed and get up early. And
I'm going to go eat because I haven't really eaten very much
oh, you
today.
never
So.
ate?
Well, and
Oh,
I've eaten, but I ate my lunch. So I'm going to go eat a light salad and then take a shower and do my hair. So I don't have to do it in the morning. I just have to get up and take a shower.
oh, okay. Well, that
And
sounds
then
like
off
fun.
I and then off I go
Yay. And when are you back?
on the Sunday. So
Oh,
next
okay.
Sunday. Yeah.
Oh, so
So
it's a short trip.
it's 9 days.
Oh, it's 9 days. Oh, well, let me
Mhm.
know how it goes. I'm excited to hear.
Okay.
And
Thank you so
I'm
much.
glad you enjoyed it.
Yes, I did. Please,
Okay.
yeah, send me the recording whenever you get a chance, and I'm sure we'll talk through Messenger while I'm away when I have
Yay.
Wi-Fi.
Okay, good. All right, cool. Mwah. Have a great trip.
Thank
Bye.
you, sweetie. Take care. Bye.